Welcome back to some Leaf Blower Revolution guides. Leaf Blower Revolution has had a minor update, mainly a quality of life update, but there is also some new content to explore, so I'm going to be taking you around the main points of this update. Let's start with a new upgrade in the gem shop. This new upgrade is the Pep Bot. This goes up to level 5. What this upgrade does is it automatically pets your pets, which is for an achievement, which requires you to pet your pets, which you can do manually clicking your pets. But with this bot, it can do it AFK, which is great, which means you can get this achievement done quickly. Now, the next thing that they have changed is one of the most requested things that they have been requesting in the future updates, which is in Transcending in the cards. With Transcending, they requested that you're able to lock cards, mainly because of the transcend all regular cards, which means every single card that can be transcended will be transcended. The alternative way of doing this is going through every single card and manually ascending them through all the tiers, which is a big pain in the ass to do. So this update is a great feature, great quality of life, so that we can lock cards so they do not get transcended. There are currently 5 different cards that we do not want to be transcending, and I'll be going over why in a moment. Another big quality of life update that they've done to help us visualize which cards can be transcended is that they've made transcendable cards purple. So if we click on a white card here, right here, we can see that we cannot transcend it. But if we click on a purple card, like we've done on this air elemental, we can see that it is transcendable. To be able to lock a card, all you have to do is right click on that card, and to undo it, right click it again. That is a very big quality of life update for transcending and locking everything, as it will save a lot of time if you do not want to sacrifice those cards. So let's go over the reasons why we don't want to transcend these 5 cards. These 5 cards include the bird, the elk, the normal snowman, the tower frog, and the tower bat. So let's start with the bird. The bird gives more tower floors in %, and what this does is it allows us to achieve a higher max tower floor, which will give us increased damage due to a milestone in the pyramid. The next one is the elk. It gives offline tower floors per minute. This is extremely helpful because to reach the max tower floor, you have to use time skips, and having to use less time skips to get to the new highest floor, it will save a lot of gems, which is really handy. The next one is the snowman, and one of the most important ones in my opinion to have, because it gives you additional crit value, which is extremely helpful, as brew crits is going to be one of your main reasons of getting more dark essence and getting more of everything with brewing, as it is the only way of getting more, because it's going to be a bottleneck with your essence going into dark essence and everything else. So it is important to get more brew crit chance, and having this locked means that we can save up more effectively of our brew crit. The next one is going to be our tower frog. The tower frog gives auto leaf counter increase in seconds, meaning that the more you have of this, more tower frogs, the quicker you'll get AFK counter clicks, as it will give increased amount per second, which is really helpful, as it will be able to get more damage over time. Next is the tower bat. This one also has to do with the counter value, but besides giving more per second, it just gives a more flat value. But this value doesn't have anything to do with the AFKable version of the counter. In my knowledge, all it does, if we go to the leaf count, increases the amount of count that we can do manually. That is all for the Transcendent and the cards. The next major point is going to be in the artifacts. They have added a new artifact called the Violin. This Violin can only go up to 100, because it would be a little bit too OP if we could get thousands, hundreds of thousands of this artifact. The reason why, as it decreases global boss cooldown by 5 seconds per use, which is very, very useful, as if we were able to spam this artifact, it would completely break the game, so it is limited to 100 as its cap. However, there are some ways that we can semi-AFK this, like having a shovel, or brewing random artifacts, which this Vital Violin can go into. This artifact, in my knowledge, cannot be offline farmed. The next content they've added is going to be a new pet. This new pet is Figo right here, and a new sort of Easter egg sort of thing that we can see that they haven't done before. As we see this little pig on the left over here, if we equip this pet, we can see that it disappears from there and it is in our active team right here. What Figo does, as it increases our auto leaf counter per second, leaf counter bet chance by 5%, leaf counter bet multiplier by 25%, leaf counter multiplier by 5%, and leaf counter value by 3, which gives not too much, but it does give a small bonus to the amount of auto count we get, and also the chances of betting, which goes up to 48.5 besides 30%, and also increases the multiplier of that bet, which is handy, and it actually becomes viable to bet besides just normal counting without betting. That is all in this quality of life update. All the main points. If you want to see the full change logs, there will be a link to the LBR Discord down below. All you have to go is go into the announcements channel and have a look at all the change logs there as well. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, and please make sure you like and subscribe as well. I'll catch you in the next one.